Hey guys, hi, Kiko here. Um, Erica loves when I make videos because she always gives me these sideways looks, like she's black or something. Um, all right, so I'm gonna go over just like the basics of charting. When I first started, I looked at this income chart, and of course my goals were super high, and they still are, but I didn't know how to do each and every one of those. So I wanted to kind of figure out like how do I do distributor? What does that mean? All right, so what that means is every single one of us starts as a distributor. What is that $75 or $752 in annual commissions? That is our loyal customers. So that is where we all begin. So what does that look like? To me, that looked like this. Now, that is not what I kept running my business off of. It wasn't my mom, my cousin, my grandfather, and my coworkers nonstop. That was just how I started my business. My goal was to get the wraps and to get the products on and in bodies that I could use as testimonials for myself and for my business. It's easier to be able to show my mom's picture as opposed to, just a random picture that's in here. For me, it's a lot more tangible to say, this is my mom, this is what it did for her, her results are amazing, this stuff actually works, you've got to put a wrap on. So, the simplest answer to that, to your distributor pay, it's that. It's just getting your first 4 loyal customers. So as you accumulate loyal customers, that distributor average pay will go up. And obviously this is an average. So you may fall a little bit underneath, you may fall way above. It's just totally up to what happens in your business. Everyone's business is different. The next number here, executive, how do we get to that one? Which was my next question. How do I do that? So I'm going to show you guys how to get to executive and how simple it is to do. So you got your first 4 loyal customers. You got $120 in product credit that you can use toward anything that you want. When I first started, I was not in a position to get a bunch of product for myself, so I got 2 boxes of wraps that I could use to basically resell and grow my business from there. So what does executive look like? Once you have your first 4 loyal customers, your goal, if it's to grow and grow your income, should be the next level up, which is executive. Executives on average earn, I think it's $3,132 a year. Here's what's cool about that. If you think about that, that breaks down to, I think it's $261 a month. If you break that down weekly, that's $65 a week. Hourly, that's $1.62 or 63 cents, something like that, per hour. Go to your job tomorrow and ask your boss for a raise for what you've done over the past year or past 6 months or past several months. Just say like, hey, can I get a 25-cent raise? Don't even ask for $1.63. Ask for a 25-cent raise. And I think most of you already know the answer to that. In this business, we can write ourselves a raise as soon as we want to, just by basically going through the steps to success. So this is literally on the path of doing your steps to success. So what does executive mean? Executive means you have your first 4 loyal customers, you made it into the 400 club, and now your goal is to help 2 more people make an extra $75 a month. Can you do that? And that's super, super easy to do when you think of it that way. It's just helping 2 other people make some more money. And literally, that's how I saw it. So I started calling up friends and saying, hey, I'm going to help you make an extra $50 by the end of this month. Do you want to do that? And everyone, well, not maybe everyone, but a lot of people started saying, yeah, sure. How do we do that? And that gave me an opportunity to sit with them and go through the party pad and the steps of success. So, you got your first 4 loyal customers, you're in the 400 club. You work on helping, maybe that's even your husband or wife. Let's just say spouse, that'll make it easier. Let's just say that's your spouse. And then here, it's your best friend or a coworker, who knows? And then your goal is to help them get their first 4 loyal customers. You don't have to do that for them. You just have to help them do that. So how did you get your first 4? And that's all that I did, is how did I get my first 4? Now my goal is to help everyone else do the same thing. If my option worked for them, great. And now we can move on to helping someone else. If you notice, the word help keeps coming up over and over and over again. But once you help your spouse get their first 4 loyal customers, then you're also going to receive more incentives on top of your commissions and on top of their incentives. So when your distributors get just 2 loyal customers in their first 30 days, you will make a $100 fast start bonus, which is basically like a training bonus. You've done a great job at helping them and training them, so the company says, awesome job at training them on doing their steps to success, and here's $100 for just helping them get 2 loyal customers or showing them how to get 2 loyal customers in their first 30 days. They will receive their wrap reward, which is in essence $100 worth of wraps for $25, so everyone gets a huge benefit from that, and you're starting to grow. This underneath here, the 400 GV, I wanted to make sure that I understood that. So 400 GV, basically all that means is 400 group volume. So this person, your spouse, or this person, your coworker, their group, meaning their loyal customers' orders, if they have any distributors, their orders, and their own personal orders. So their whole group, when they make it to 400, that person is in the 400 club, and they basically have completed their first step, so to speak, and you just promote it to executive once they both do it. Simple as that. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, let me know. The next video will be on how to get to Ruby, and we'll just keep building off of this same one here. So I hope that helps you guys. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns, skepticisms, whatever you guys need to go over with me. All right, guys.